yeah.
There's still 4 people lacking. There's more people joining.
We should assign a Punisher 3 SL just so that we have one that knows what's up for if more people join midway.
Any takers?
Clark.
What? Don't pull my FTL. I haven't played with Clark in like over a year.
FTL, do I die?
You could ask the channel above as well. There's a lot of guys. With that said, should we all just top up Thang?
Let's do it.
User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. Out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. User left your channel. You were moved.
Training server 1, everyone.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
User
joined your channel.
Should be able to join. Is it just Cavpack or is there any other changes?
There was a lot of changes. Real quick,
just the external Cavpack.
Real quick,
the rest is all
guys.
the Steam ones.
Make sure you guys enable CLAFGAN manually. If you try to load on the server through the launcher, it won't load CLAFGAN unless you manually load it.
Yeah, I think that's been updated, Kaki, because it was on there as required when I did it.
Regardless, you shouldn't be using the launcher server browser.
Exactly.
I've done it for a year. It works fine.
It doesn't. I'm telling you, as somebody who has to set up mods for people daily, it does not work consistently.
I'm just saying, I've done it for over a year and a half now.
That's fine.
Let's shit can this, please.
Hold comms. All right. If you weren't at the briefing, you should be briefed by your SLs. We're going to be in a convoy. We're going to be doing route reconnaissance and clearance. We're starting in the north at the UN FOB, and then we're moving all the way south. That's marked on the map to the American one. Be about 20 clicks. ROE is very important.
User was moved to your channel.
There will be plenty of civilians. They will be armed. That does not necessarily mean that they're hostile, so don't fire unless fired upon, or unless they take a very hostile, threatening action. You are allowed to protect yourself. For example, if a vehicle starts rushing us at high speeds, you can just fire on that vehicle, or a person starts rushing us at full speed, you can fire on that person. Other than that, then don't fire unless fired upon, because again, civilians are armed, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're hostile. But there will be insurgents mixed in with the civilian population. Other details, Punisher 1 will be at the front of the convoy and the first two Vics. Punisher 2 will be at the end of the convoy. Mustang will be in the middle. If we get ambushed at any point, we push through the ambush. We do not stop. You get out of the ambush zone. That's your #1 priority. And then we'll rally at a certain point together, regroup, and then go back through and assault that ambush, flank it, that kind of thing. We'll have Raider helping us with reconnaissance. They'll be running through Infidel. There are IEDs present, so Punisher 1 is the lead VIX. Everybody's got to have their head on a swivel looking for IEDs. When we encounter IEDs, if we spot them first without setting them off, we'll do a herringbone, we'll do a convoy halt. And we'll reassess if we can just bypass or if we have to set them off with sympathetic detonation, either through Raider or our own equipment. In terms of equipment, I want the Alpha Fire teams to have at least 1 AT4 in them, but obviously you can put more in your Vic. And the Bravo Fire teams to have a MAW with HE rounds, 2 to 3 among the fire team. We'll be using the Convoy Net Channel 17. Bring zip cuffs as well in case we encounter civilians. If we get ambushed, we want to push through. You do not want to stay in the ambush zone. There were mistakes with that yesterday. So get out. Move the wounded. Do what you can. Any last minute questions?
What's the latest join date? Or
user joined your channel.
The latest join time?
As in, I'm still doing the last mod, so... Okay.
Alright, can everyone green up and come through to the map screen? I'm going to kick it over, and then we're going to reslot, and then go for real. Just since it's our one life one, I don't have to deal with that.
User in your channel timed out.
Yeah, and it is a one life event, so everybody bring your A game.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Nah,
Jackie,
no.
I'm gonna buy you a new fan. Which one is broken?
I don't know.
Yeah, are we doing standard ROE?
The ROE, as I explained, is there are civilians present. They will be armed, do not fire unless fired upon, or they take a threatening and hostile action against you. You can protect yourself.
Are we expecting suicide bombers?
It's a potential possibility, yes, including IEDs.
User left your channel.
Including vehicle-borne IEDs.
Copy.
We still don't have a gunner now for Raider 2.
We do. Lee and Queen will be manning it, unless we have some other people in there.
Alright. Yeah, Queen's just not slotted yet then.
Queen, sure.
I'm just sliding now. Just give me a second.
Yeah, just take it down.
SLs. If we get in there and we just have the 2 squads and we have leftover people and you don't have enough seats for your 2 Vics, let us know, myself or Witzel, and we'll try and get that sorted.
Kelso, would you mind taking Punisher 3? We're still waiting on quite a few people to slot up. You'll probably have about a fire team's worth of guys to start off here.
Okay, not a problem.
Thank you.
Alright, I think we're ready.
Okay, I'll kick us over and then kick it back, so just slot up and green up as quick as you can, guys.
Yeah, and there's still about 5 people in channel who aren't in the server, so you guys might want to get that sorted out pretty quick.
Hopefully, yeah.
Ooh, birdie man. Back in my fire team. Oh shit, Green has it. Holy shit. I know. Yeah, dude. This squad.
What happened?
We're kicking it back here.
Alright, everyone slot up and green up as quick as you can.
Complete them.
Take the slot and hit OK in the bomb range.
Mamori, get back in here.
There you go.
User joined your channel.
Are we trying to have a Mustang too?
It'd be nice if you guys could fill out Viking 3 if you're in Mustang 2. We'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, Campbell, can you hop down to Punisher 3?
Yep, thank you.
Palmer, Whitman, if you can slot up, green up.
Actually, Campbell, you can take my spot. I need to run off in an hour.
Alright, that works too.
Palmer can take it.
I'm down.
Yeah, just got a call. Sorry for inconvenience.
Huh? What?
You're good.
User joined your channel.
There, now I'm good.
Kudo and where can be Mustang? I'm gonna stay as a CLS for Viking 3.
That's a lot of issues.
Yeah, it's just showing a blue.
If your map is slowing out blue, you don't have the proper mods enabled. So
yeah, Kelso, Palmer, you have.
Oh my god.
Squad's got all the big dogs in it.
Woof woof.
More like big cats.
Bye.
Excuse me, it's not meow, it's nya.
Yeah. Alright, channel 17.
What is platoon net?
Your radio should already be set up.
Channel 3, apparently.
Platoon nate's first, yeah, channel 3.
What channel are we gonna have Mustang on? On 15? Or put him on platoon net?
On logistics.
Yeah, 15 then.
Yeah.
In that case, I will be on 3 and 15, but not on 17, okay?
Cool.
Gotcha.
So what I need from y'all,
Oh my god. Why do I have such a large backpack filled with nothing useful?
Which backpack do I have?
Got a car.
Same one. Yeah. Well, you always get rid of the
Witzel doesn't
canteen
like
and all the
big
other
backpacks.
shit.
Yeah.
Need cable ties, so I always take one. Entrenching tool is nice.
I always dump the short range.
Lose the sidearm.
They're going to be the designated driver and gunner for the entirety of the
Yeah, why we even hand out sidearms, I do not know.
They're quite heavy actually.
Yeah, they take up a lot of weight and they're not useful for anything. You know what's better? Just having more ammo.
It's the same. I mean, if I look at the field medic, I get 4 tourniquets. What the hell? 45 quick lot, 4 tourniquets. Makes no sense at all.
Where are the radios? Because I'm gonna need a 4th radio here.
Yeah, me too, but I don't see it. I think there's... Let me check the
Why do you
medical.
need 4?
They're in the box. What's wrong with
Because I'm gonna
them?
need our platoon net for us 6.
Wetzel.
What?
Wetzel.
What?
There's an additional radio in the first aid box here.
There's radios
I know they're in
all
here
the
too.
boxes have radios.
Yeah.
Oh well, I didn't know
No,
that.
well, I need
sorry.
to be on the
Radio check, cool, 17.
3-5 or 3-6 or whatever the hell it is for us. Then the actual platoon net, and then the convoy net, and then
Thank you.
the logistics net.
I can punish your 6, punish your 1.
Yeah, I'm going on 15, and what was the other one? Platoon net is free. Yeah.
You guys should also still be on convoy.
Cannot carry 3 radios.
Like, you mean you don't have room?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Well, I cannot
me.
be on channel 15, 3, and 17. I cannot carry 3 152s.
Yeah, you can. Just get rid of your short range.
Punish your 1, turning in long range for 4.
Yep, 2-5. Yeah, grab what you need. Keep in mind you're going to be at the rear of the convoy, so just grab the 2 rear Humvees.
If there's only 3 of you, join on me or spread out between the...
That's one thing TFAR did way better, is handling more than 2 radios at a time.
Yeah,
way
you just
easier
have
in
secondary
TFAR.
channels on your same radio.
Well, and additionally, you could have different radios that sounded different, so you could tell what
TFR
channel
for
you were
6
called
years.
on.
It's a beautiful program.
What channel are you good for driving? Yeah, 6, channel 1 apparently. We should be on channel. You have limited Humvee, so you'll have to stick together as a fire team.
So,
Punisher 1, Punisher 2, Punisher 3, this is Punisher 6, check in, over.
I'm on
I'm not
channel
hearing you,
3, that is Viking. Is Platoon at channel 3?
Oh, well, yeah, why are we on Viking channel?
We're Punisher, channel 4.
Punisher channel 4.
Yeah, they're yeah, Theron, we're fucked up because those guys are on the Viking channel right now, because that's what everybody's radio is set to by default.
Okay, well then sort it. It's not a big deal.
Anybody who's on this net, make sure you're switching over to Punisher net channel 4.
2 nets, channel 4.
Are you still on what is it, 3 or excuse me, 6-5?
I'm not on a short range. I'm gonna be on channel 15, channel 4, and channel 17.
That seems like a horrible idea.
Why?
So that we can actually coordinate. Particularly as well with Geki and
if you tell me to get
Seven.
on a short range, I'm not going to be on a short range. I don't have enough radios for that.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Alright, well let me just dump that then, and we'll just
Steam
not have
chat.
communication.
Jesus. Come on, guys.
Listen, we have androids. Just hit me up on that
Well,
BFT.
fuck
Yeah,
you,
that's still not
Geki,
the
so
same
you
as
self
actually
out, you
communicating
have a
and
short
coordinating with the radio.
What's up?
I'm picking up Punisher 3 as a third fire team till they get too many people.
Keep in mind you
How
don't
many
have
do they
enough
have?
seats in your vehicles. If it's more than one person.
3. 3 or 4.
Just let them run as their own thing right now with their own vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, they'll be...
Raider, this is Infidel 1, radio check, channel 12, over.
Also, Geki,
They're
how do you not
Punisher
have enough
3,
room
yeah.
for
Even
having a
if it's
short
just 3
range?
people, there might be more people joining.
If you're trying to coordinate with fucking 6 and 5, you do.
That's what the command net or the platoon net's for.
No, the platoon net is for platoon coordinating with the squads.
Listen, you
That's
can...
gonna clog the shit out of the fucking platoon net.
You can argue with me all you want on it, but I'm not running a short range.
Sweet, I'm in. Alright.
We'll just have shit comms.
Quit your bitching, Jesus Christ.
range is 4. The Punisher short range is block 6.
Block 6. What channel? What, I'm creating my own.
It's Raider 1-1, checking in, channel 12 over. Raider 1-2, check.
I do not have my Android.
Looks like we have a yellow though.
Alright, where are the Vics?
Yeah.
Just down the road. Just to your left. Next left.
2-1, checking in, 1-2. Punisher 1, Punisher 6, check in, over.
Mustang, this is Punisher 5, checking in.
Campbell's basically CLS.
Say again, Punisher 1, this is Punisher 6, check in, over. Just Punisher 1, go ahead. Alright, just make sure you're taking the front 2 Vics in the convoy, start loading up, get extra equipment in there, including the equipment boxes. How copy?
Yeah, A from Bravo.
Yeah, one copy, Civil, get it started. Punisher 2, Punisher 6, message over.
Yeah, Mustang. Can you guys sound off? Are you on this now?
Campbell as well.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't hear Mustang.
No.
Punisher 2, this is Punisher 6, message over.
We're not going to operate under cats, or we are?
I don't know, that's your choice, but technically you could be on SL or have, you know, I think we're almost a squad.
Got it. Do we have more people joining that are not in the game?
Hey, Paul. Come on, Don. Follow me, we'll go load up the cars.
34 in channel.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
Paul.
Anyway, that's fine. Actually, do you want to know what we'll do?
Mustang, you guys monitoring 17, check in.
Cool. What's short range?
I think it'll be 6-4 then.
Raider 1, Raider 2, this is
Mustang, are you
Infinite 1.
guys
Stand by for
monitoring
ground base.
4, check in.
Alright, so I'm gonna check on
Punisher 3, this is Punisher 6, message over.
What channel are you all on? Yeah, it's still not Android for me. Yeah. Alright. Well, I got keep trying to find one, so I don't want to be around.
Infidel, stand by for Raider. We got our birds locked.
You cock?
Oh, copy.
All I can do. There's no same thing. Who
else is with you in Mustang?
I didn't realize there was Bravo.
No, it's Campbell.
Yeah,
Campbell or Palmer. Molly cannot join, so it's...
Palmer just disconnected.
It's Palmer, she's having mod
Campbell.
issues or something.
Have you guys ever used rack radios inside of vehicles before?
Cool.
Alright, Kubo, I need you to get on channel 15 on your long range.
I am.
Like a bunch of racks. The first rack,
No, Campbell.
rack is
Or it's Kubo, excuse me, sorry.
Use to jump into it.
Okay, we'll do. Hold on.
To talk for, but I've already assigned the channel.
That's how we're going to be communicating with you.
You just have to jack into it, and you're going to be able to hear everything.
Okay.
Pretty simple, but just want to make sure you guys are aware.
Coble, if there isn't a second Mustang person in the next 5 minutes, just reslot as Mustang and you run Mustang.
Fine with me.
Alright, so everybody here?
Yeah, I heard those.
Witzel join my group. Well, no, if you want to say your own thing, say your own thing.
Well, also, why do I have a commander's tablet? These things are the worst thing ever.
Continue.
Let me find Campbell.
The androids are perhaps 1,000 times better.
Hi, Punisher 3,
This is
Punisher 6,
Kubo 16, radio check. Yeah, this is 3, go ahead.
Cool. So full
Punisher 3 is Punisher 6. You guys are going to be in the 3rd and 4th vehicles, but for now the 3rd one. So,
Witzel, can
start
you hear
loading
me in
things
number
up, get over
16?
your vehicle time now, how copy?
Yeah, I have you on 15.
procedure for IEDs for this op is going to be just bypass if we can, or mark and bypass if we can, or use cast to destroy.
Punisher 3, this is Punisher 7 location, question mark
This is
over.
a one life op, so we're gonna have to be extra careful. We got no cowboys.
Yeah, Campbell is in third.
With this group, I'm not actually all that.
Yeah, so basically on my
but,
point.
you know, just make sure you're
That
on
one right
point,
there.
checking your buddies.
That's Punisher 3.
Doing the right thing.
Infidel 1, Raider 1-1, message over.
Send traffic Raider 1.
Motorized ops.
Infidel Raider, maybe it's a good idea to just initiate a call sign or code word. For example, Gary Owen on the platoon that Punisher shit hit the fan and I don't know, you're dead or something, and they need support like instantly.
Two teams, that'll be
Solid copy.
Well, this is 17, so it's not 16. Okay, I'm just listening in through the net very faintly, so that's why I'm just suggesting this. So.
I think you joined another squad or something. Now I'm down 1.
What the fuck?
For on
we
vehicle.
can't access it from more than that.
Alright,
Confirm.
just make do. Hopefully someone else joins.
On 17.
Yeah,
I have to unload it.
I think
it's
there's
fine.
no
Captain
Palmer.
I can hear you in 17,
Yes.
I can hear you in 16 as well.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Camel's not running as Mustang, so it's only what's his name?
Check your
Combo, yeah.
Where is
So I will
Campbell?
reslot and run as Mustang 1, okay?
Yes, please do, and thank you.
Darren?
I'm gonna take the last vehicle without it.
Somehow people are claiming to be
Kubo.
able to hear me over several different channels right now.
What the hell is Kubo?
Like 15, 16, and 17. I'm apparently transmitting over, even though I don't have radios on those channels. And I don't know why those guys are on them anyway.
Okay. Try 17.
I'm signing in.
No, I literally just have a radio on 15 right now.
I'm not doing Mustang.
Can you hear me on 17 right?
Do it again.
Raider 1, Raider 2, did you guys manage to get your helos unlocked?
Yeah, sure.
Copy that, stand by for ground brief.
You know, basically the idea is
just a
you
dumbass.
push the ambush,
And I'm gonna fucking
SOP
roast him
that
for
we
it
always
after.
practice,
Though
and
it
then,
might be an issue on
formulate
his
a plan
side.
to deal with it or just continue moving if we can.
Raider 1, Raider 2, ground brief as follows. Punisher elements will be assembling convoy out of Camp Bronca, moving south on Route Blue to Camp Kino.
6, this is
There are
Mustang
3
1,
overhead
ready to
patterns
check.
that Raider 1 and Raider 2 will be utilizing. The first and primary is overhead Lucina, where you will be 1 kilometer behind the convoy at 700 AGL, scanning in front. The second is overhead Robin. Should the convoy come under attack, overhead Robin will be established over the middle of the convoy at 1000 AGL. And lastly is overhead Corin for front reconnaissance at 500 meters in front of the convoy at 700 AGL. This will be called at any points where we have to stop and investigate villages and whatnot. Over.
If you take a shot because you feel threatened, I'm not going to question it. No
Raider 1 copies, be advised, we're gonna have 1 Raider in front and doing, while we're reconning, so in Robin, or what did you name it? The last one, Corin,
Punisher
1 Raider like separated, so that way we can just cover each other, if that's fine with you.
This Vic right here.
Works just fine. Further on overhead Lucina, if we could have you guys offset left and right from behind the convoy at like 45 degrees, that'd be much appreciated.
Copy that.
Joining maybe whatever. We can feel, between the two of us, we can feel the vehicle already with Molly as well. So.
6, this is 5. Who is it that we were having race slot for Mustang? Because they're still not back in yet.
He just reslotted, it's Kobo.
Alright, that works for me.
Kobo?
Yep.
Alright.
You should be coming in just a second.
Likewise.
when it comes to
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
he just wants to drive. They keep coming at us.
Me. Partially.
I don't mind. I don't mind either way. So.
You should be in the front seat here.
Alright guys, do you want awesome though? I think I'm ready to start.
I am in the front.
He is in the front. Alright, get in the lead, Vic. I'll be in the second, Vic.
Hey Theron, what Vic do you want me in?
Just making sure convoy net is 1.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Roll with Mustang, I guess. I don't know if we have room anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it is. 1-7 is convoy long range, so it should be fine.
1-7.
And short range still works, right? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey Kobo.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with you guys, and one of you guys will be driving.
That's fine. We're gonna take the last vehicle that has no gun on it.
Yep.
So we're
I'm supposed to be
recognizable.
Mustang 1.
Yeah, you're Mustang 1, mate. Just join my group.
All call signs, channel 17 is Punisher 6. We need all the vehicles to check in to ensure we're ready to move.
We can pack some more.
Starting with Vic 1, go ahead,
Although, real
sound
talk,
off.
be aware there are going to be civilians driving on this road, so just because you see a Vic driving towards
Vehicle
you,
1,
doesn't
checking
mean
in.
shoot it.
1-7.
Cool.
Vic 2, checking in, 1-7.
3 checking in, 1-7.
Vehicle 4, this is Punisher 6, we have Vehicle 4, checking in, over.
Six, this is 5. I'm putting Mustang in right between 3 and 2 in the convoy. Right between Punisher 3 and Punisher 2. There'll be Vic 5 in the convoy.
Smokes, couple hundred.
I can hear you.
What up, boys?
So what you're telling me is we have enough munitions to
you guys are late. Let's
arm
get
an
going.
African
Go, go,
nation.
go, go.
Yeah, yes. Just get in this vehicle.
Yeah, just grab the unit there.
Punisher 2, this is Punisher 6, you guys are ready to move, over.
I got you,
grab this.
6, this is 2, we are good to go.
This is Mustang 1 checking in on 1-7.
Just make sure we have extra.
Alright, Wetzel, we're leaving in one mic.
Checking 17.
17, I can hear
6, this is Mustang 1.
17, I can hear you. Yeah, we're at Bronco. So here, if you press the
Alright, all call signs is Punisher 6. Punisher 1 is in front of the convoy. You guys can lead us out. Time now. Just follow the route. We'll be going 30 kilometers per hour. Staggered column. Front Vic will be on the left. Second Vic will be on the right. So on and so forth. Break.
Copy that, radar out.
Vehicles will be 50 to 100 meters at all times. Again, max speed 30 kilometers per hour, but adjust as needed according to the spacing.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Let's
all
set
vehicles
up a
go ahead and
short
sound
range
off
for
one more time,
ourselves.
starting at Vic 1. Over.
How long does this
Big 1, checking in, 1-7, speed, instruction 30, speed, left side road, hold.
Vic 2, checking in, 1-7.
30 speed as well, guys.
Vehicle 3,
Checking in, 1-7.
Kubo, let's go to block 8, channel 5.
Vehicle 4 checking in,
on this
1-7.
short range.
I cannot hear, I can barely hear you. Block what?
No, block 8, channel
Vic 5. Do
They
Vic 5.
keep talking over your voice. Block 1 what? Hello, Coble.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Block 8, channel 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorting it out.
Okay.
Alright.
On block 8.
Yep, yep.
Punisher 2, you guys on channel 17, convoy net.
Confirm we're on convoy net.
What vehicle number are you in the convoy? Over.
I'm trying to establish that.
Whoa!
We're Vic 4, by the way.
6, this is 2, advise we lost one of our Moz gunner, we're grabbing another 2, and we'll be Oscar Mike in about 30, over.
This is 343, block 1.
2 to 6, copy that. You got one mic. 6 out.
Oh,
6-2, we're good to go.
2 to 6,
Go on.
copy that. Alright, Vic 1, go ahead and lead us out. Time now. Convoy's on the move. Go, go, go.
What's you know if anyone is on 1-5?
Vic 1, Oscar.
It's kind of dreary.
Yeah, I
Trouble,
hear you on
unless
1-5.
you talk to me in 343, I cannot hear you.
Excellent. I love
I'm
it.
talking to you on the 343, mate.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Actually, kind of like it still.
Alright. Push.
Kubo, can you hear me?
Watch the desync there. Ooh.
Yeah, so watch the desync.
All call signs, convoy net. This is Punisher 6. I want the first vehicle to be calling all turns as well as the rear vehicle. Brake.
Mustang team, running left short range, 1-5, out.
Continuing message, again, max speed 30 kilometers per hour, staggered column, spacing 50 to 100 meters between VICs at all times, adjust speed as necessary, brake. Continuing message, if we take contact, push through the ambush, do not stop, fire on the move. ROE is civilians will be armed, do not fire unless fired upon, or they take a hostile action, you are allowed to protect yourselves. All call signs, how copy?
Vic 8, turning left, Mustang 1 copies, out. Copies. Whoa, DC. Kubo, can you hear me? Kubo, can you hear me?
Come on, turning right.
Wetzel, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kobo.
6, this is 2. Apparently there is a vehicle trailing behind our last Vic that's supposed to be at the rear. Over.
I see him turning, so. Kubo!
2 to 6, is that a friendly Vic or another faction? Over.
3, block 1, channel 5.
6-2, it appears to be a friendly Vic, 1 driver, probably a late joiner, trying to catch up. Over.
Okay, then I will go to block 5.
2 to 6, copy that. Try and get them into your squad at some point, but keep moving for now. How copy?
6-2 copies all out.
You hear me now?
2, do you guys have room in your Vics? There's 5.
I either set up the radio...
5-2, I think I've got room in Vic 7. Over. 2, I'm gonna pull off the road, bypass me. I got plenty of room in my Vic, they can hop in here.
3 also. Cross side. Punch 6. Again, be vigilant. Scanning for IEDs at all times. Driver, front passenger seat, gunner. Stay vigilant. Also cover your sectors of fire, so front Vic should be 12 o'clock always. Second Vic should be front and to the right. Third Vic should be front and to the left, that kind of deal. Rear Vic, you're always looking rear. How copy?
Roger, I can hear you.
Awesome, buddy. Hey, if we take fire, if the
5-2
takes fire, we sit in the vehicle, or at least stay with the vehicle until we get the go from either myself, platoon sergeant, or Punisher 6 to move. Okay?
Will do.
Wait. We only
5,
you
this
tell
is
us,
2, the guy you're picking up Schmidt is
okay?
with us. He belongs in Vic 7. Over.
We're the only medics in this outfit.
Good copy. Yeah, he was unresponding.
Cool.
2-5, once we hit, once we hit more open ground, I'm going to be bypassing you again and getting up ahead of you again. Copy that.
Convoy, be advised, civilian coming up on the right side with goats, about 10 meters off the road.
We're gonna have a civilian contact on the right side of the road, so just keep eyes out for him.
Copy, Wetzel. Civilian contact right at the side of the road, Kubo.
Yeah, I'll try not to run over the goats.
I got eyes on him. He's to our south-southeast, just off the right side of the vehicle now in that little hamlet.
Vic 3, this is Punisher 6. Go ahead and speed up, catch up to Vic 2, but maintain your distance. Now copy.
3 copies.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, switched over on channel 04.
This is Infidel 04, send a message.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6. Just go ahead and keep sending spot reps that whatever Raider sees, just go ahead and relay that as needed. Out copy.
Good copy, will do. Raider 1, Raider 2, this is Infidel 1, advise further send spot reps as required through me. I'll relay to Punisher, over.
Raider copies.
Just Vic 1 slowing down 25 due to rank butter.
Vic 1, this is Punisher 6, copy that.
The gate left turn.
Alright, all call signs, convoy net, Punisher 6. We're coming up on some windy, rocky terrain, so just stay vigilant. 6 out.
Wait, we're gonna get...
Raider 1, Raider 2, this is Infidel 1. Establish overhead. Robin, at this time, we're currently entering a danger area.
Copy that. I think we'll just keep this distance though, because then we will actually be able to see stuff and roll in if needed.
Good copy.
Punisher 5, this is Punisher 2-2, Vic 7. We're currently trying to play catch up with the convoy. Just letting you know, over.
Two to 6, copy that.
Where that's it? Witzel?
Witzel's not in this vehicle, it's Geki you're with here.
Ah? No, you heard the message for Punisher 2-2 for you?
Alright, Raider, I'm trusting you on that overhead.
What I'm missing is bloody vehicle radios.
They're in there.
Yeah, some crap. TVR was a lot easier.
Just take the front right seat, the front passenger seat. You should have access to the vehicle rack there.
Okay. Hey, by the way, did you hear the message from Punisher 2-2?
You talking to me or?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm on the net.
It was on, I think it was
I'm not Punisher 5, I'm Infidel.
What?
Yeah, I'm the forward air controller. I'm not the platoon sergeant.
Wait a second. Geki, are you driving?
No, Kubo's the one driving.
Kubo's the one driving, and you are the guy
All call signs, Cavalry net, Punisher 6, just adjust speed as necessary.
What the hell
terrain, keep your spacing, 50
pretty sure
meters,
he's
second
behind
column.
us.
Stay vigilant.
Oh.
6 out.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought that happened all the time.
It's Witzel. He does his own thing.
Driving. Oh, that's fine. Ah, no.
I show up on Android as Mustang 1?
You should. Let's see.
Well, I'm asking you because I'm looking at Android. I don't see Mustang 1 because.
Well, yeah, you're in the same deck with us. If you become the group leader of that group, you should pop up on it.
No, let me see.
Either that or you'll pop up as something else.
No, I'm already the group leader, yeah. But you don't see yourself with a tag on the Android.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh.
Because we're all in the same vehicle, you're not going to show up on mine either.
Exactly.
Infidel, this is Raider 1, be advised up the road in front of convoy, potential group of hostiles.
Audible on shots, east side of convoy.
Copy that. We have audible on shots to the east side of our convoy. If you guys can scope that out and eliminate that threat if it's armed, you're clear to engage.
Northeast, continue on mission, stay ever vigilant.
Fake bump, speeding up. Infidel, I have eyes on those hostiles.
Copy that, you're clear to engage guns.
Raider 1, guns.
Raider 2, talk on with Raider 1 and utilize his shots
this is
to give me key
contact
rockets on him.
engaging with Mark 19, over.
Shit, there's a fucking RPG.
Couple, are you okay? I'm fine.
Yeah, Kubo, we are priority. If I go down, I go up. If you go down, you will go. We're the only ones that have people and we go to
Keep pushing contact while you're on the move, speed up, get it to at least about 40 kilometers per hour.
Got it, Kubo.
Loading. Oh my god, the desync.
Yeah.
Shake on the herringbone.
Keep pushing, Kubo. Pushing full speed.
Just bomb, they're waiting for a headshot and making visual.
Punisher 6, this is Infidel 1, message over.
Vic 1, continue on route. Convoy, keep moving, keep your spacing.
Swamping.
Raider 1, Raider 2, can you give me a sit rep on those enemy contacts, over?
Infidel, this is Raider 1. Enemy infantry destroyed following front of convoy at this time.
Good copy. Out. Punisher 6, Infidel 1, update report. Enemy contacts engaged and destroyed by Raider at this time. Out.
Infidel is Punisher 6, copy that. Continue on mission. 6 out.
Infidel, we're tracking a couple stragglers west of your pause, engaging time now.
Fire again?
Yeah, that's Raider.
Okay, awesome. Good sound off on them, Kiki.
Punisher 5, Punisher 2-2, speeding up Vic 8 and 7 again to catch up to convoy. Over.
I'm fairly certain we narrowly avoided an RPG back there.
Well, I checked on the right. I didn't see flying anything on the right.
Punisher 6, got that.
Come from the left.
I heard the rocket sound.
Yeah, I heard it as well. Yeah,
it's insane.
If that would have destroyed us,
all call signs, Cavalry net. Punisher 6, can you maintain your distances 50 to 100
They would have lost the medics and the forward air
apart.
controller.
Staggered collar, good job pushing through contact. Let's slow back down to 30 kilometers per hour time now.
They said, no, you all go in your own vehicle. Okay, well, fine. It's your call.
Punisher 1, 2, and 3 to 6, send ace reports, just make sure we don't have any wounded after that last contact. Over.
6-2, we're all good, over. 6-3, raw green. This is 1 on me.
1, 2, 3 to 6, cap y'all.
Great map, by the way. Really FPS stable.
It's alright. I mean, the only things you can really do is light infantry stuff or motorized stuff like this.
No, well, true. I mean, get 80 FPS.
Plus, this is like literally the only road in the entire map.
Yeah. Kubo, try to get a little bit more distance. You're actually trailer hooking.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Thanks. Remind me of a friend that I have back home.
This guy keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
well,
I know.
it's 25 miles an hour, or 25 kilometers an hour, so keep that in mind. That's convoy speed.
Actually, convoy speed is 30.
Vic 1 just delegated 25 through here, because danger areas.
Yeah, you know how to set a speed limiter, Kubo?
Watch the speed there, Kubo.
Kubo, when you reach 25, press delete on your keyboard, then set your speed limiter on.
No, don't do that. Just manually adjust it.
Oh, you can do that.
The speed limiter causes lots of frame shenanigans. It's ugly.
Never had that problem.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, messed over.
Send traffic.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6. The town of Marmacour is coming up. Does Raider have eyes on both that town and Al Royale? Two towns coming up to our south, over.
Wait, 1. Raider 1, Raider 2, this is Infidel 1. Advise, provide forward reconnaissance of the current towns coming up to the convoy front.
6-1, when we come up to the town, do you want us to immediately navigate around it, or do you want us to come to a halt? Infidel Raider 1 copies.
1 and 6, we'll probably dismount.
Yeah, 1 copies, out.
Infidel 1, Raider 1, we spot 1 times off-road, not sure, we can't identify if it's armed or not, because it's not rendering in. But it's just beyond the town of Real or something, over.
So I'll copy update on Blue Force Tracker, I'll relay to 6.
Copy that.
All convoy call signs, this is Punisher 6. We're coming up on a town to our south. Be about another 1.5 clicks. I've set a convoy dismount RP1 marker. We're going to go on foot and just clear through the town. The marker's located at short
Radar out.
182, TAC 127. All VICs now copy.
Punisher 6, Infidel 1.
6-6.
Punisher 6,
6-2,
Infidel 1.
interrogative.
I have radar on station to provide reconnaissance of El
6
Royale.
Mustang 1,
They will,
copies, out.
They'll be updating Blue Force tracker shortly.
Punisher 5, Mustang 1-0.
Infidel, Punisher 6, copy that.
6-2, interrogative, over.
So Mustang 1, you want us to move on foot
6-2,
with the
when
platoon
you are
or
calling
stay
for a
behind
dismount, are we
at
doing
the
a partial
dismount
dismount or a full dismount, over?
We'll do a soft dismount.
6-2,
Infidel 1, Radar 1, we're just going to be marking any suspicious people, okay? The next town's got a lot of people inside, and we're just going to mark some suspicious one with enemy markers, okay?
Yeah,
Radar,
the dismount marker, we're staying there, we're not moving with the platoon. That goes on foot, okay?
Unless you tell
All call
me
signs Punisher 6, convoy net. When we get to the dismount point, we will do a soft dismount. On foot, we will walk the vehicle.
Watch your speed, watch your speed.
Swan, possible ambush front. Road is blocked.
Herringbone, herringbone.
Radar 1,
Soft
this is
dismount.
Infidel 1 advised. We're taking contact to the south-southwest of our convoy location. Identify and eliminate enemy forces.
Step west, fires up west.
Radar 1 copies.
Get on the east side of the road, start getting fires west up the hill. 1-6, message over.
One?
Yeah.
Is there any way around that vehicle, or can we move it?
Yeah, I stay with you. And I will drop
This is one, there's no way around the vehicle. We'll have to try and move it after we check it for explosives.
If we lose a vet.
Copy that, check it for explosives and move it off the road as fast as possible.
So Geki is in that vehicle with Kubo then, and I will stay with you, okay?
Yeah, but we'll take a look at it.
Kubo. Kubo. Kubo, behind you. Hello? Kubo.
Infidel, this is
Kubo, can you hear me?
Punisher 6,
Yeah,
message
I
over.
can hear you. Go ahead.
Traffic for Infidel.
Oh, you didn't say
a good
it.
hit. Can I
Okay,
get
you're gonna
stitch?
move with Geki.
Infidel's Punisher 6, we took contact to our direct east around short grid 184, TAC 136. Does Raider have eyes on any thermal contacts off the road to the east, over?
Stand by, wait one. Raider 2, this is Infidel 1. Advise, we took enemy contact to our east-southeast.
Punisher 1,
we could have
2,
you
3,
blast that
Sunday
and,
support stitch.
give us a sit rep on enemy forces in the location. That'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for dealing with that.
Copy that, we're scanning.
5, this is 2, we've got 1x yellow casualties at the rear Vic, over.
By the way.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm watching our north, by the way. There doesn't seem to be. I have a nice view of the north there.
2, 5, good copy
Okay,
on that,
Geki,
1x yellow. I
yours.
think we're getting him stitched up right now.
Cool.
Punisher 7, Punisher 1.
Cobble is going with Witzel.
Huh?
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, the good news is,
I guess.
What
the
is your
other squads just don't have
343?
yeah,
Gotta be honest, I still have
Geki,
no
what
idea
is
where
your
that contact
343?
was.
I'm not on a 343.
Here.
actually, that's a good point. I'm not sure.
So you're in 16, is that it?
No, I'm not on a 343. Don't worry about it. Just
What is
Infidel, this is Raider 1.
16 or 17?
Looks like
17 is
enemy
your
has been
152.
neutralized. We're checking
5, this
southeast.
is 2,
interrogative.
is 7 coming to us, or are we
Good
supposed
copy,
to get
Raider.
him over?
Out.
Yeah, I know that they're trying to clear it.
Gek, can you hear me?
Hey, Witzel. Raider reports no contacts to the southeast.
Yeah,
2, this is 5, wait out.
no problem.
Good
for
copy
the
on
most
that.
part, yeah, fine. No problem.
Kubo, just monitor 17. That's really
2
all you
and
need
5,
to do.
can you just send your guy forward in the convoy here? You can just walk up. We should only be 50 meters ahead of you guys.
5, 2, negative on that. That's our gunner. We're gonna need 7 to come to us, over.
Alright. Cobell, can you go back and stitch the dude back there?
Yeah, nope. All good.
What's the status of clearing that?
Alright, 2-5. We got them coming back. And, yeah, I don't even think we have a 7 right now. Just a Mustang. For what it's worth. Do a good copy. Punisher 1, Punisher 3, do you guys have an ace report yet?
Punisher 3 is green. So Punisher 3 is green.
Alright, hello, this is Raider 1. We are RTB for refuel. Raider 2 will be clear in the skies. The Punisher 3 is green.
2 or Raider 1 out.
Verm is in the.
Mustang is in the convoy though.
Is Verm back? Is Verm back?
I'm hearing a vehicle on the other side. The other side
is Verm in the Verm in the seat?
Punisher 1, this is Punisher 5, ace report.
I'm back, 1 sec. Moving out.
Okay, you're back. We're gonna be moving out soon.
Cool.
Alright, thank God you came back, man.
Yeah, man.
Suicide.
6, this is 2, last man, over.
2-6, copy that. We're waiting on 1 to get loaded.
slowly sliding down.
I'm ready to get hit from so.
How close is the big behind?
Yeah, I know.
1 to 6, get fully mounted up. Back on the road, time now.
5-1, ace report green.
Get back to Vic.
This is 1, I'll back on the road.
Vic 1 moving. All call signs, move out. Staggered column, 30 kilometers per hour. Civilian vehicle will be on the right side of the road, just bypass it, stay to the left.
Alright, Kubo, there's going to be a civilian vehicle on the right side of the road. Bypass it and stay to the left of it.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, miss over.
Same traffic.
You got a spot rep for Al Royale, next town to our south.
Advise, Raider marked one suspicious location at grid ref 1847 TAC 1257, over. Aside from that, no other spot reps.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy that. What's the suspicious nature of the contact exactly, over?
Stand by, wait 1. Raider 1, this is Infidel 1. I see your mark on Blue Force tracker. Can you advise further as to what the suspicious nature is of that Blue Force tracker?
SOPs, we're going to be doing a soft...
The guy on the
at the
rooftop of
convoy
3-story building,
dismount RP1.
We can't see if any weapons or something, but the whole town, it's got lots of guns inside, and there's a couple sporadic contacts outside, and we don't know if they're armed or anything, but there's a couple of them just walking around outside.
Copy, out. Punisher 6, Infidel 1, further, suspicious contact appears to be a man standing in a destroyed house. Further, there are lots of civilians in the town, and possible armed contacts on the outskirts of town, over.
Infidel, Punisher 6, copy that. All call signs, Punisher 6, just a reminder, civilians will be present and armed, most likely in the town ahead. Don't fire unless fired upon, or they make any threatening action where you need to protect yourself.
Raider 2, this is Infidel 1.
This is Raider 2, send it Infidel 1.
Raider 2, establish overhead Corin, 500 meters in front of convoy, dismount RP1, and provide forward reconnaissance just past Al Royale. We need to know if anything comes up
dismount.
Into the town.
We're going to keep the driver and the gunner in the Vic.
Right.
We're going to escort our vehicles moving forward, probably about 10.
And we're going to dismount.
8 kilometers per hour.
Actually,
6-2 copies.
Let's shift positions because I got a better. Well, not much.
Alright. Kubo, go ahead, engine out. And then let's get a little CCP established here.
Yeah, you know, I'll go to the right here.
Full service.
Well, I mean, I should be on the left, but I don't have a good view because of the tree. So that's why.
Alright, let's stay in a staggered column. Punisher 1, go ahead and take us out. About 8 kilometers per hour. Just each fire team.
Infinite 1, Raider 2, we have got multiple heat signatures coming up from town. Maybe there are animals as well there. I'm not too sure about the armor. People seem to be normal civilians, but can't be too sure right now.
Good copy. Get closer if you need to help ident enemy forces if possible. Keep us posted and update Blue Force Tracker on enemies entering the town from the road to the east. Over. All right, Kubo, 8 miles per hour,
1 Raider 2,
8
good
kilometers
copy.
an hour minimum, and kind of keep up with the convoy there.
Will do.
All right, you're good to push. Sit back onto the road and then just keep it at about 8 kilometers an hour. Just be very careful with the speed here.
Infinite 1, Raider 2, be advised, there isn't.
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1. You cut off, resend last.
Infinite 1, Raider 2, I've got eyes on 1 times person possibly armed on the roof of a home, it seems. Possibly armed, but not too sure at the moment.
Good copy. Update on Blue Force Tracker, and I'll relay to 6.
1 Raider 2, good copy.
Alright, Punisher 1 till it's 2 short halt, wait for the rest of the convoy to catch up, and then we'll proceed.
Run, boys.
With you.
Take on a short halt.
Yeki, explain to me how come Charlie 1-3 is never at the right speed.
They're fine. They're just being cautious.
Look at the spacing that he has, almost 300 meters.
That's not 300 meters, Kubo.
What is that?
That's maybe 100, if that. Contact east.
Contact south.
Raider 2, this is Infidel 1, advise. We took shots east of our position, possibly in the town. If you can identify that armed combatant, feel free to eliminate him with the Hellfire. Over.
Infidel 1, Raider 1 is all good. We're in base right now.
Alright, ceasefire.
Raider 1, ceasefire. Try to engage with surgical precision only, such as Hellfires if possible.
Let's go. Take 1, take us out.
Swan, that's a negative, no need Mustang.
That's Raider 2, Infidel. Volunteers to take lead.
1 is 6. Let's what's your sit rep?
Swan, I've got 1 times rep.
Did he say that
I
someone
don't have
got
enough
hurt?
people. We shot. People don't
I'm not sure. They know what position we're in the convoy. They'll hop in with us.
1-6, dismount your red casualty and Mustang will pick them up. Get moving, let's go.
This is Kubo, Mustang 1. Is anyone hurt?
Kubo, not on that net. I'll let him know.
This is Big 3.
One is one, Raider 1's back station. Move, time now. We can't just sit here.
One.
We're in a very dangerous
establishing
position.
overhead
Let's
corn
go.
at this time.
Don't have people to move up.
Keep eyes on the eastern entry to the town there. Let us know if anything enters the town at this time. Over. Hot mic on convoy net.
Why are we leaving the whole thing?
Punisher elements. Vic 4 is the medical vehicle. Just have your casualties hop in there.
6-3.
Hey, whoever's the casualty, hop in.
6-3.
All right, Kubo, herringbone right here. We'll take care of this guy. Vic 5, this is 4. We're gonna herringbone right. Take care of this casualty. Feel free to pass us.
Punisher 3 volunteers to be point.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to have a moving medical vehicle right now is the issue.
Alright, Kuba, you're good to treat him.
Alright, moving past your Vic there, Geki.
Yep, you guys are good to overtake.
Alright.
I'll call signs, Punisher 6, let's keep it moving.
Right,
just clear the road. Cover the vehicles. We want to push through here. We don't want to stop.
Yeah, just make sure you're keeping up with the vehicles.
Yeah, it's within 10 meters or so.
Geki, would you be able to drive so that Kubo can treat him in the back so that you can keep with the convoy?
Yeah, stay by. Kubo, hop out driver's seat. Kubo, hop out of the driver's seat.
Info, this is Raider 1. We are on station and have visual.
Did you already fix me so I can run?
Yeah, take the passenger seat and then fix Katsu.
I'll call signs, Punisher 6, let us know when the last
Infidel, to your right on the hills, there are, I'm counting 5
Kubo,
to
get
6
in the vehicle.
foot mobiles. Intentions is unclear.
Say again.
It looks like.
Raider 1, say again. Treat him in the vehicle.
You got 5-6 civilians up on the hill to your right at this time.
Solid copy. Can you identify if they're armed?
For remount.
Negative. Does not look like it.
Solid copy. Keep an eye on him. Update him on Bluefish tracker. I'll relay to 6.
Katsu, you got a broken bone or something?
Yes, yeah. He needs a pack.
Okay. I'm applying it right now. That's what I thought. Because I had done
Alright, when more vehicles get closer to the first and second Vic, go ahead and herringbone and remount.
Hold on, don't move. Still treating.
Infidel 1, this is Mustang 1. Overtake as soon as you're behind me.
Passing on the left. No, okay, that's cool.
Katsu, don't move. There's still 3.
Infidel 1, Raider 1. What's the ROE in terms of infrastructure? Over.
I'm just sitting here.
Stand by. I'll clarify with OIC. Let's see. I think we're right.
6, this is 2. We pulled off left to let the medical vehicle pass us.
Right.
We are clear
of the town. Let me know when Katsu's good, and then we'll swap.
Over.
Almost done, Katsu.
Fucking sitting here driving.
Okay, copy that. Let's go ahead and convoy. Move ahead. Let's move out again. Time now.
Raider
Punisher 1 takes out.
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1. Advise, can you recon the town of Marmaker? Update on Blue Force Tracker, any suspicious activity? Over. Alright, hop in, drive. Kubo, hop in the driver's seat.
Big one. Trying out.
Overtook Vic 2.
It shouldn't, but it does.
6-2. There are 2 vehicles in front of us who have not rejoined the convoy yet. Over.
Alright.
Infidel 1, this is...
Kubo, just pass him.
Infidel 1, overtake, Mustang, please.
Pass his vehicle on our right, and then we'll rejoin convoy.
Alright, Vic 1, 2, and 3, short halt, herringbone. Alright, Vic 1, go ahead and lead us out. Time now, let's go. Convoy's full move, Oscar Mike.
Watch your speed. There you go.
Copy that, Vic 1, Oscar Mike.
So we're going back to,
Infidel, this is Viking 6, Mr. Over.
Hey, traffic.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6. How's Marmacar look? Short grid 195, attack 117, it's the next town to our south-southeast. Over.
Punisher 6, this is Infidel 1. Raider is currently conducting reconnaissance of the town at this time. They'll update on Blue Force Tracker any suspicious activity, and I'll let you know furthermore once they tell me. Over.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy all, 6 out. All call signs, this is Punisher 6, convoy net, continue on mission, staggered column, 30 kilometers per hour, spacing between VICs 50 to 100 meters at all times, just speed is necessary. And watch for IEDs and ambushes. Stay vigilant. 6 out.
6-2 copies, out.
Infidel, Raider 1, we've got several individuals with rifles in the town, and to the west of the town on the ridge, marked 2 markers. It's about the squad size in the town, and patrol 4 to the west on the ridge overlooking the town. This looks like a ambush over.
Located short grid 1-9er 5, attack 117.
Infidel 1, spot rep over.
Infidel 1 is Punisher 6, wait 1. Then we'll dismount. Continuing message, we're going to dismount and then escort the vehicles through Marmacar. Same drill as the last one. 6 out. Infidel is Punisher 6, send message.
Punisher 6, Infidel 1 here. Advise, update on Blue Force Tracker. Enemy possible squad of infantry at grid ref 19er 5, 4, TAC 1182. And enemy patrol at 193, 118 at this time. Raiders currently investigating.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy that. If they have the hostile targets that are west of the town, Raiders free to engage those if they shoot us. How copy?
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1. Advise, keep eyes on the targets west of the town. If they engage us, you're clear to engage them.
Copy that, be advised. I'm gonna line up the whole town with HE, both sides of the road as soon as they engage you. A sporadic amount of them are moving further northwest. They might be moving towards the convoy at this time.
Yeah, we need you to blast those guys to our west first as they're on our flank.
Everybody soft dismount.
We'll do a little display of force,
okay? Escort the Vixen, 8 kilometers per hour.
Punisher 6, Infidel 1. What's ROE as far as infrastructure status?
Infidel, also be advised, you have a heavy troop concentration to the southeast of the town,
including
as well.
How copy?
Punisher 6, Infidel 1, say again.
Infidel 1, this is Punisher 6. If you have hostile targets near infrastructure, you can kill the infrastructure. How copy?
Good copy, Infidel 1 out. Raider 1, this is Infidel 1. Once you deal with those targets to the west, you're cleared to engage the enemy infantry in the town if they fire upon us. Over.
But that, we'll do.
I'll call signs. Let's escort these Vics. Oscar Mike, time now.
Yeah. Punisher 6 Infidel 1. Furthermore, heavy troop concentration southeast of the town at this time. Over.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy that. Can we get that marked on the map and just have Raider continue to observe? If they do start to engage us, you guys are weapons free. Out, copy.
Good copy. Out. Raider 1, multiple tasks for you. Obviously eliminate that enemy infantry to the west of the town. Enemy infantry inside the town, you're cleared to engage if they engage us. And keep eyes on the enemy infantry southeast of the town where that heavy concentration is. Over.
So I got you engaging all southwest.
Stop, keep moving. Nice behind, Raiders engaging targets.
I can't hear you, Kubos. Talk louder.
Bomb, we have enemies close.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Raider 1, from the sounds of it, we're being engaged from the town. You're clear HE and rockets in the town. Over.
Raider 1 copies all.
Bypass the first Vic, there's no driver. Keep moving, keep moving.
Alright, we're bypassing that first Vic on the right. There's no driver in it.
Okay. Yep.
Rodol, hop in if you're good.
Get it on people.
Push through.
There's a sharpshooter somewhere to our right.
What's up? I have 900 injuries.
There's some guy with a sniper rifle somewhere. I hear him. He's off to our west, southwest, and southwest. There you go. They got him.
To our right.
Yep.
Infidel, this is Raider 1. What's the situation on the ground?
Raider 1, this is Infidel advised. Friendly forces currently clearing through the town at this time. Restrict fires to the outskirts of the town. Over.
They got the rooftop secured. Go, go, go.
Call signs, Punisher net, just keep pushing through with your Vics as best you can, moving forward, clear buildings on the go.
Mustang later on.
This is Mustang. Are you, anyone hurt?
Maybe just drive through the town. I'll catch up with you later.
I have 1 times red, 1 time yellow.
Watch your speed, Kubo.
Vic 2 is about 200 meters outside of town. We're pulling herringbone right side.
Alright, herringbone left. Or herringbone right, I guess.
Punisher 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Can you send a full ace report right now? We have Bright
Kubo,
Rock with us
Kubo,
right now.
herringbone right.
With Mustang.
There you go.
This is 1 times black, 1 times red, 1 times
Yeah,
yellow,
know how to
green
get
on
to
ammo,
herringbone one.
green on ID.
I'm green. That's
Listen, when are these guys gonna catch up with us? Are they hurt?
Yeah, they're hurt. We're gonna establish a CCP here.
1-5, good copy on that. 1 times black, 1 times red, 1 times yellow ammo, and you should have crates in your vehicles for ammo.
That guy, I wish those two guys got trapped when we first entered.
I can't open my medical menu.
Alright, be advised, an IED just went off at the end of the town on the south side.
Oh jeez.
Oh, shit. Contact rear, northeast.
Northeast.
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1 advisor. Taking further contacts to the northeast of the convoy location. See if you can identify and eliminate that. Over.
Infidel 1, Raider 1 copies, scanning and
Down, green's down.
Oh Jesus.
Geki, I'm gonna go and try to
Hold on.
jump
No,
in
I
the
think...
driver's seat so I can go on
no,
and heal him.
Kobol's got it. Kobol's got it. Okay, you should contact you in range.
and 1 yellow. That's good.
If you need Mustang, they're in this Vic, right behind you on the right side of the road. Just come up here. Jesus Christ.
Infidel, this is Raider 1, successfully engaged and eliminated 1 times hostile, northwest of your posse.
Are you gonna stay?
Come on. Mustang is here, get off and get into our vehicle.
I don't want to. Give me Epi and a Stitch.
Copy.
What short range are we using?
Epi and the Stitch, Kuba.
1, this is 5. Please load your red and yellow up into the Humvee, honking its horn.
Oh, I didn't attach the handle.
We'll need some stitching, and only stitching.
The Vic to our right, there's that explosive going and stitch just off there.
Yeah.
Stitching right
Alright,
now.
convoy
again,
net,
Epi.
Punisher 6. Have all vehicles pushed through the town. Over.
Just like give him...
1 and 2 are through.
I mean, you can turn.
Eversman, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Am I good now? Are you done stitching, Kubo?
I mean, we'll be fine. Just hurry up and get it stitched.
Yeah, you're good, Eversman.
Okay.
Hey, you're good.
Kubo, I just need some stitching.
That's alright, that's alright.
Alright, all Punisher call signs is Punisher 6. We want to push south. Let's regroup with the rest of the forces around shortcut 194, TAC 115. Let's regroup with the rest of Punisher and Mustang. Time now.
Thank you.
Pick up the wounded. Let's go. Bring him there.
This means we're out of dismount. I think 2 is gonna have to take the point in a moment. Hang on.
6,
Katsu,
1.
are you in pain?
No, just need stitching.
6.
Okay, got it.
6-1, I'm down to 1 dismount due to people leaving and deaths. Infidel, this is Raider 1, sit rep.
Copy that. Consolidate your
Sit rep,
squad. Get into the rally point south of the town.
2, this is 5.
Infidel, Raider 1 is currently
5, you're fine now.
2,
Thank
I've
you.
got
scanning northwest of the town. What's the current situation on the ground?
Casualties, one
Advise
of them
current
critical
situation on the ground is we're reconsolidating, establishing CCP at this
Copy,
time.
good copy.
Providing medical as required, and we will be moving out shortly.
Roger that.
Blowing the horn at us?
Infidel, Raider 1.
Say what?
Somebody keeps blowing the horn.
No, they're not honking at us. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Where's the guy that is critical?
Where's Vermin at?
He's up front with Mustang up there.
Kubo,
Yes?
can you stitch me?
Sure.
Both legs.
Whoa. I can move.
I wish we had a dedicated driver.
Okay, stitching right now, Captain.
2, this is 5. I need you to load up your red casualties into the Humvee. Moving to the rear of the convoy right now.
Stitching the captain here.
Cubs.
Guys, there's another Humvee at the back of the convoy for your squad.
Guys, are you the medics?
No? Kubo, what you doing?
He told me to move. Captain, you're okay.
Alright, I'm dismounting.
There's another medical Humvee at the back of the convoy, if you're part of Punisher 2.
I'm part of Punisher 3.
Well, he's back there as well.
Can't wait for
Alright, Kubel, we're gonna fall in behind this Humvee on our left here.
Okie doke, Geki.
So whenever we start moving, that's what we'll do.
Listen, man, full trigger, man. Feel proud. That was worth it. Bleeding all over, but hey, wreck them asses.
You're hopping.
Am I?
That's on you. You can move on to the camera. You're helping. That is on you. Got full drive. Okay. Yay. Okay.
Infidel, this is Raider 1. We can successfully target and eliminate the platoon's dinner at this time. Your permission, I'll copy.
Stand by. Go ahead and mark it on Blue Force Tracker. I'll pass it up to 6.
Alright, all call signs. Punisher 6, Cavalry net. We want to remount. Let's do these last minute heals. Everybody's got about 1 or 2 mics to reconsolidate. If you need to adjust personnel between your VICs, do it now, squad leaders. Let's get it done.
6-2, we're green and good to go. Over.
Hit 6, copy y'all.
I'm good to go. 6-3, I'm waiting on 1 medical.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, like I received.
5-2, I'm sending 1 more to you.
This is Mustang 1, Kubo. Does anyone else need healing?
Yeah, they're doing it, Kubo. Don't worry about it. They'll come to us.
They're gonna have to get off and move
they
to
know, Kubo.
our vehicle.
They know,
I'm driving.
Kubo. They know.
Kubo, get on 15. Coordinate with 5 on that channel.
Okay, 5. I'm driving the vehicles, so somebody's gonna have to get off and come over here.
Here, let me fix your radios for you. Never mind, I can't on these ones. Fuck. You should have access to the rack. So the second radio, the lower rack, set that to 15 and just listen in on there.
Okay, we'll do that, Geki. The upper or the lower?
The lower rack, the one that has the radio in it already.
How do I activate that one?
You just open the radio and then change the channel to 15, and then hover it over, and then just have that there, and then hit use on it, and you should be able to listen in on there.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, you. So.
Okay, did it. Set it up for my left here.
Perfect.
I know why we're not moving. And we're organizing. I mean, we actually just do that. We lost the whole fucking vehicle there. I barely made it myself there. Yeah, just okay, let's go.
Alright, all call signs, this is Punisher 6, all vehicles sound off that we're ready to move, starting with Vic 1, go.
I'll sound off for you, don't worry about it.
Vic 2!
But I was Raider 1, we're on hold
Vic 4 is ready.
what do you suggest? Should we refuel now and leave you unattended on the trail? Or refuel after the next town or something? I don't think we'll have enough fuel.
Provide reconnaissance for the next town, the town of Lolo Salam, and then go ahead and RTB for refill.
Are you the last one, Black?
We'll do a quick sweep.
Punisher 6, Infidel 1.
Cooper 6.
Advise Raider 1's going to provide reconnaissance. They'll update on Blue Force Tracker for the town of Lolo Salam, and then they got an RTB and refill. Over.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy that.
Punisher 7, this is Vic 5, ready to move.
Punisher 6, 7 and 8 are good to go.
All call signs, we're Oscar Mike,
Yep,
Vic
so
1,
once
go
this
take
vehicle on our left
time now.
passes us,
Let's
just fall in line with
continue
them.
on mission. 30 kilometers per hour, staggered column, 50 to 100 meters. Vic 1, move out, time now.
One Oscar Mike.
For copies.
Alright. There you go. Go ahead and fall in. Just watch your speed.
All call signs, Punisher 6, be advised, we just have a lot of terrain to cover until the next town, about 4 kilometers. We'll do another dismount, clear the next town, marked on the map. But stay vigilant, keep looking for IEDs, ambushes, remember push through contact, do not stop. 6 out.
Infidel 1, this is Mustang 1, over.
Send it. Send it.
Mustang 1, could you let the other Mustang know to contact me on channel 15, over?
I have him set up listening in on it. I don't know if he knows how to set up to reply.
Copy that, I am unable to reach him. Take it, he's okay, over?
Yep, he's good.
Copy that, thank you, out.
God, I wish I could set this up for you on the passenger side, but it won't let me.
Geki, I can hear 15, I just cannot answer.
Yep, I know, I told him. You're good.
Hear him fine.
Big one buttoning right. Last Vic turning right.
All call signs, Punisher 6, just a reminder, drivers, just speed up and slow down as needed to maintain 50.
Infidel 1 Raider, 1 Sport Road, over.
6 out.
Send traffic.
There's a couple of civilians from what we can see.
130 to 1.
Other than that, there's barely anything in the town.
Good copy. Can you scan around the outskirts of the town too? Just make sure that no shenanigans are in place for us.
But I will do. We're gonna look at maybe refueling at the outpost to decrease the time.
Good copy.
1, Radar 1, we got a different angle and there's quite a lot of civilians. Can't really identify if they're hostile or not. Over.
Good copy. If you see anything suspicious, mark it on BFT and give me just the download, what's going on with them.
Cover 6.
Infidel, this is Radar 1. I can't confirm all were civilian.
Good copy, Radar. Punisher 6, Infidel 1.
Infidel 1, Punisher 6, that message.
Advise Punisher 6, Infidel 1 here. Radar reports the town of Lobo Salam is all civilian at this time. I'm having them scan the outskirts just to be safe about that. Over.
Infidel 1 is Punisher 6, much appreciated. Continue on mission 6 out.
On the road front.
Copy that, vehicle to the front. Let's bypass it to the left. Look for IEDs.
Alright, we're gonna have a vehicle up front,
Infidel 1, Radar 1.
bypass
Priority
the left.
Over left.
Send traffic.
Well, we tried to land the outpost, but we got several RPGs slinged at us, so the outpost is really hot. Over.
Solid copy.
Your RTV with red fuel.
Yeah, Infidel, Radar 1-2 here. In the town, just be wary. There are various alleyways in between the buildings, and that's where the majority of the civilians were. So, just stay frosty when coming in.
Good copy. I'll advise 6 and...
Again, I'll call signs to the left of that vehicle. If you have passed it
we'll probably be back in 5 minutes.
Stay vigilant.
Advise you guys talk on each other.
Now we'll be back
resend.
on the road in 30 seconds. Over.
Oh, said copy that. We'll probably be back sooner than later.
6-2, that car was an IED, we're all good. Over.
2 to 6, copy that, good work.
Five 2, IED went off, danger close, but we are green.
Convoy Commander, this is Vic 7 requesting a convoy catch-up speed, restricted to 35. Over.
This is Vic 1, we're locked at 32.
Speed's been pretty variable in the rear.
Rubber banding for you.
It's not rubber banding, it's somebody not keeping their speed correct.
Punisher 5, short.
Go for 5.
5-1, I have 1 times yellow in the front vehicle.
One 5, say again, which vehicle, 1 or 2?
Vehicle 1 has 1 times yellow, when we next pull over, stitching.
1-5, good copy. Once we get up to our dismount point, I'll pull forward with the Mustang and get him taken care of.
Thank you very much. On out. All call signs, Punisher 6, Convoy net. In about 1 more kilometer, we'll be coming up on Convoy dismount RP4, where we'll do a soft dismount and escort our VIX through town of Lola Solemn. Infidel, this is Punisher 6, West Shepard.
Send traffic.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6. Any other spot reps for Lola Solemn or the last town before the FOB? Over.
Raider 1 reports negative contacts, just civilians. Apparently he says they're all in the alleyways of the town. Furthermore, this might be something to send on higher. They tried to land at Camp Kino and took RPG fire, so they had to RTB back to Camp Bronca. Over.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6, copy that, so we can assume there's hostiles around Camp Kimo. Over.
Possibly. Out.
Heading on left.
Alright, so we'll be
heading
right.
Soft dismount. If you don't have enough people to soft dismount, just stay in the Vic. But we're going to go about 8 kilometers per hour through the town.
Alright. Herringbone right, and then we'll follow the Vixen.
Yeah.
1-5, Mustang Vic is driving up to you now. Just have him hop in here.
Just gotta make it work.
Ready to die?
Alright, Vic 1 leads out. Let's just escort as well as we can. Again, if you don't have enough people to dismount, just make sure you got a gunner and a driver. Punisher 1, it's Punisher 6. Move out, time now, lead us out.
Alright, falling behind the vehicle on our left.
6-1,
and,
copy,
we'll
just
moving here.
dealing with a quick medical.
Yep, perfect.
1, this is to advise, send your medical back. We're in a kill zone, bud. Over.
Just 1, show us again.
Oh my god.
Guard, over. Alright, Vic 2, lead us out, let's go.
6, 2 copies.
Alright, follow him.
call signs. Don't clear buildings, just keep moving on the road, keep moving.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Just fucking Jesus Christ, we're just busting down Haji's door for no reason at all. I'm more worried about these 2 stories behind this front row here.
Watch the trash pile on the left side of the road up the hill.
This is Infidel.
Or 6.
Guys, one of the alleyways we just passed, it looks like a lot of these guys were being held captive by some people here, so keep heads on the swivel.
I see a black pajama running up the hill.
Infidel, this is
Where?
6. Seen, they are all unarmed though.
To your right.
Looking.
They're holding people captured though?
Looks like it.
Is that something we want to intervene in? That kind of seems like a human rights violation of some kind.
5 to 6, it's not our mission.
(6-2), we got a civilian running up on the convoy left side of the road.
(2 to 6), if they're unarmed, they're not doing anything threatening, let them pass. If not, fire up some warning shots, and then proceed as needed.
6-2, copies.
We'll be advised, we have a burnt out car on the right side, top of the hill, end of the town, going left as a bit.
Alright, there's going to be a burnt out car on the right side of the road. Go left to avoid it.
Boys.
Shooting left.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, no.
Alright, all call signs, keep pushing through. Watch out for the burnt out vehicle right side of town at the edge of the town. Bypass on the left. Once we've all pushed through, we'll reconsolidate and remount. Alright, Vic 1, go ahead and herringbone.
Copy that, Vic 1, herringbone.
Alright, we're gonna herringbone here in a second.
Infidel 1, Raider 1, we're on the way back. 3 minutes, so.
We're ready to move again. We will
Solid copy,
continue on
Raider.
mission.
Once you're back in the air, go ahead and give us recce around Spetszaire, as well as around Camp Kino. Investigate why they shot RPGs at you. Over.
Cover that, will do.
6-2 interrogative, are we remounting? Over.
Affirm, remount, reconsolidate, load up.
6-2 copies.
3 meters, 2 meters. Oh man, that's intense, but still good. Like I always want to get the high ground.
Alright, all call signs, Punisher 6, continue on mission, moving down the road, southwest. Time now, Vic 1 lead us out. We'll have another dismount at RP5. It's about 1.5 clicks ahead. Stay vigilant, watch for IDs.
Alright, we're good.
Staggered
Go
column.
ahead, move.
50 meters to 100 meters at all times, 30 kilometers per hour speed. All call signs, all Vics, have copy.
One Oscar. Copies. Rear Vic, Oscar Mike.
So many places to hide an RPG, man.
Punisher 1, this is Punisher 2, check speed, over.
This 1, speed is 32. One shot left. Far.
Copy that, just continue to observe, push through.
Raider 1, we're hearing audible fire to the convoy's southeast. Can you investigate, over?
Lots of infantry on the ground. Or, sorry, not infantry, looks like civilians on the ground.
Raider 1, sorry, I talked over you. Again, we're hearing lots of shots to our southeast-ish. See if you can investigate, over.
On IDF landing, right side. Roger that.
Raider. Infidel, this is Punisher 6 is Raider, engaging targets, over.
Negative, not at this time.
Infidel, this is Punisher 6. We got eyes on where the fire's coming from. It sounds like we have shots to both our south and our north at this time. Have copy.
Solid copy. I got Raider investigating the shots to our south-southeast at this time.
I believe that's artillery firing.
Yep, that's shots to
Alright, Cavalry,
south.
Punisher 6. We're gonna
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1 advised. We're taking pop shots to our south. Sounds like 200 to 300 meters. See if you can investigate up this hill to the left of the Infidel 1 vehicle. And investigate what that is.
Down. Eyes on.
Raider 1, if they're armed, you're clear to engage with cannon.
Shots coming southeast of convoy far.
You return fire, let's go. After right.
6-2 is in contact.
Getting shot at.
There's a soft dismount still.
Negative, let's push through. Push this down, back on the road.
Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Up, back on the road, let's go.
Keep pushing. Raider 1, Infidel 1, can you investigate the town to our front? If there's any hostiles in there, you're clear with the team on them.
Take it safe down.
Infidel Raider, would you like me to not engage these infantry on the ridge? Or the southeast?
We're currently entering the town. If you can give us eyes on the town and eliminate threats in the town, that'd be much appreciated.
Roger that. Eyes on the town. Infantry to the west of the town. Time now.
You're clear to engage with the 230 cannon. Just make sure you don't hit us. Engage with Hellfires if possible.
Do that.
On the move, keep pushing through. Let's get try and push through, get inside. Get the vehicles parked once you're inside and start getting defensive positions around the FOB. Sounds like we have contact southwest. Dismount and we'll close the convoy net, go back to our platoon net.
Punisher 1, 2, 3, this is Punisher 5. As soon as we get in, we'll set up the CCP. We'll mark with smoke and call it out once we're in there.
5-2 copies.
Punisher 6, this is Infidel 1, checking in on 2-0. Can we get in the fucking compound, please?
What the fuck?
Get in the compound, please. Get in the fucking compound.
1, 2, and 3, this is 6, 3. I want you doing security at the entrance. 1 and 2, go ahead and push to the south side, inside. Campino, and start getting defenses south.
What?
2, 3, this is 6.
Be careful with your Constantino wire. You're good.
Straight up, guys.
Bring it left, crank it left, crank it left.
We don't have time to fucking...
These fucking morons are in the way.
About that crap.
Say again. Punisher 1, 2, and 3. How copy?
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, pull it up and let's go ahead and dismount and get
friendlies in the tree line right now.
Out a bit more. We don't need them all to...
I'm tracking
Punisher
north.
1, 2, and 3. Medical tent in center of camp at grid 1418. TAC 0831 is going to be CCP marked with medical signs.
Infidel 1, Raider 1 over.
Reference green smoke for CCP.
Got hostiles
Punisher
to the
1.
northwest of your base, 60 meters, we're engaging.
Yep, engage with cannon.
The 6, make sure you're getting security on the south side, looking south. How copy?
Watch out, watch out.
Stay firm. My gunners to stay seated where they are and everyone else steps up.
2, this is 6, message over.
6-2, send over.
This 6, get on the southeast side of Kino and get security looking south and east. How copy?
6-2 copies, we're Oscar Mike.
3, this is 6, message over.
Yeah, go ahead.
3, this is 6, take at least one of your vehicles, go to the entrance and cover the entrance of Kino. How copy?
Alright, copy that, the entrance.
Let's get these vehicles set up.
Infidel, this is Raider 1 engaging 1 times enemy infantry to the west.
Solid copy, I got visual on your splashes.
All Punisher call signs, we do have contacts to the southwest past the town that are armed. Break. Continuing message, range about 600 meters southwest.
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1, advised. We have hostile contacts southwest from the compound, range 600 meters from our position. See if you guys can give me guns and rockets, over.
Where's your position?
Hobbies, we've been engaging, we're gonna light up the tree line with rockets now.
Hey Witzel, can you tell Theron I'm on 2-0 now that we close convoy?
You're on 2-0?
Yep.
Since this is 5, Infidel wants me to let you know he's on 2-0 now.
Way 1.
Raider 1, this is Infidel 1 advised. Sounds like we're taking contact to our north as well. All friendly forces are inside the wire at this time. Anything outside of it should be good to go.
2-0. Send message.
Copy that.
Good copy on 2-0 advised. We're taking contacts to our north and northeast as well. Over.
Infidel, this is Punch 6, copy that. Take contacts north and northeast. We still have Raider on station, correct?
Affirm, Raiders engaging time now. Raider, this is Infidel. Stand by for smoke color. I'll have you identify.
Shift yourself a little bit further northeast and get security looking northeast and east instead of south. Over.
Raider, reference helipads in compound. Tally smoke color when you see it.
Confirm red.
Red smoke confirmed. That is friendly location. North of that location, outside the wire, 75 meters.
1-6, be advised.
You're clear to engage.
Looking south. You guys are right. No copy.
Yeah, man.
Alright, all punch call signs.
Infidel Raider,
distance coming. Keep state reps coming.
Range about
at least
75 to
every
150
2 minutes
meters.
or so. Now copy.
6-2 copies. 3 copies. Tally, you're engaging.
Good hits, Raider. Bring it left of that last engage, or west from that last engagement point.
We're tracking, just seeing dead bodies all over the place. We're tracking, so.
Raider, looks like friendly forces are going to clean up the situation. You're good to RTB.
All call
camp
signs, index.
Feel free to land at camp. It looks like we're index.
We'll come land there since index call. Are we coming in?
Guys, that does not mean shoot wildly into the air everywhere. Seriously.
They're actually hitting a target.
Last known contacts, and then we're calling index over.
Not technically indexed until the sign pops up.
Alright, that's index for real.
Index. Do your debriefing game, and then we'll see you at the leaders debrief. Index. Do your leaders debriefing game, and then
Infidel, this is Raider. Pad clear?
I affirm the pads are clear.
And then leaders debrief in about 10 mics.
Roger that, coming in.
Raider, this is Infidel. Welcome back to Earth.
Thanks.
Except you landed on the medevac pad.
Yeah. Oops. Hopefully he doesn't get armored.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
So, how was the op from your guys' perspective?
It was great. We were constantly shooting, it looked like.
Nice. It was awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, there was multiple times where I'm like, yep, we're taking contact, so I'm going to have Raider in on that. You guys fire any of your Hellfires? Oh, no, you didn't. I was hoping for some lit, like, strategic Hellfire strikes. Like laser guided Hellfire strikes.
Yeah. So all the enemy infantry was so spread out, it would have been a waste. Splash damage isn't too great on Hellfire.
It was good, though. We got the rockets in on one of those towns, so we utilized everything pretty effectively then.
Yep. So it was really crazy. We were coming in to, like, refuel. And Lucius was asking Zeus, like, hey, is there fuel here? And I'm really low, and all of a sudden there's this RPGs right here.
Yeah, Tully was like,
oh no.
Oh man, that's great.
Oh no.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, for this mission, it would have been cool, maybe instead of Raider. I mean, Raider does have like the distance and the optics, but Sparrow with daggers.
Yeah, that could be something we could do. Especially for that,
Maybe
like, that literally direct overhead cover kind of part, so it'd be cool to have.
Yeah, the point is, these cameras don't like to look straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to be, like, in front or behind or left or right, otherwise you're not gonna see shit.
I'm gonna hop in the gunner seat, because I haven't seen the new cameras that they've done with it. Because Wolf was saying...
So actually, I was able, like, as pilot, I was able to see more than the gunner did on Fleur.
Yeah, I've heard that. Oh, yeah, that's Garb. Wow.
Yeah, you wanna see something cool, Geki? Get in the pilot slot.
Yeah, that's Garb. Holy shit.
But there's this weird thing that Wolf and I were doing.
Oh yeah, and you get full color on this one. That's hella dumb.
Exactly. Yeah. And actually, there's a way that if you mess with it, you basically have the pilot can have his own camera and so can the gunner.
Yeah, that's
but
man.
Mainly, I just use it to watch while he's watching it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously you can identify colored smokes from there, unlike the gunner.
Yep.
Which is really
and
cool.
I can see what he's seeing. I mean, most of the time we're still hovering, so it's...
Two guys looking at camera.
Huh. Well, that's gonna change some things, because I always tell them, use colored smoke all the time. But now that the gunner can't really see colored smoke, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Figures, man.
Pilot can see it. You can still do it.
Yeah, I mean, the pilot can, we can get a direction on the smoke and then, ask the pilot to look in that bearing and then...
Yeah, we might have to adjust something like, hey, I'm throwing this colored smoke down, and your pilot, like, confirms, like, visuals on that, and then the gunner has to visual on it, I guess.
Yeah.
So pilot talks to the gunner in on the color that we give him and stuff like that. I don't know. Just shenanigans we'll have to work with.
Whew. Yeah. This map is great.
Yeah.
It took us like 5 minutes to get down to the pad. This thing doesn't descend at all.
I mean,
and if you go too fast to descend, this thing just fucking dives and you don't pull out.
That's actually perfect. Like, those orbit descents, that's what I'd love to see aviation do a lot more of, because it's so cool to watch, and like when you're the infantry in the back of the bird, it's so cool to do, like, because you get a good bearings on like the entire base from the air. That's kind of why they do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
familiarize yourself with the terrain in the air. So when you're on the ground, it looks kind of similar.
What is this supposed to be?
What, this base?
Or this map?
It's supposed to be like the Korengal Valley, basically.
Gotcha.
That's why you have like Restrepo and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, really cool to see from up there, man. Especially when you guys were like winding up the mountain.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty cool.
The switchback there, that was interesting. I knew we'd
did you guys get
contact.
Did you guys get IEDs or no?
We took one in, what town was it? Marmaker. At the end of Marmaker, there was an IED there after the entire convoy bypassed it. And that truck you guys were talking about before we entered Al Rayal, that was an IED as well. Or no, not that one. There was another one in between Al Rayal and Marmaker where there was an IED truck. It's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Right. So I'm not sure what happened with the Raider 2, but they died, like, in the trees just outside the base.
Oh, they didn't land
We were
properly.
trying to call them, but they wouldn't respond.
Great.
Wow. Yeah, there was a wreckage in the trees. Yeah. But they were new. Like, leaders fight really at all.
Right. Alright, well, I'm going to hop down to leaders debrief. I'll see you guys there. Why can't I hear you guys? Oh, I disabled the wrong thing, that's why.
That's the
Clearly it confused Raider 1 as well, because they were like, trying to get a hold of you, I guess, and yeah.
User joined your channel.
You got the
oh yeah, you're talking Raider 2.
downdraft pocket.
User joined your channel.
I was wondering why I was down to one Raider the entire time.
Oh, it was limited event, and that's the first time I've ever flown a helicopter in AFM.
User joined your channel.
If you're high up,
User joined your channel.
Simulates the thinner air.
How did you find it while you were spectating and stuff, Lee? Was it
I thought it
entertaining?
was great.
Okay.
There was a couple
User
parts I was like,
joined
I
your
don't see
channel.
how people lived.
User joined your channel.
I'm upset we didn't do anything about those handcuffed civilians.
Right. What? The people were just,
in that town.
Just as a general note. Oh, what? That bit, yeah. I was going to initially execute them, but it's not your business, dude. It's their country. I'm more concerned about the fact you went into a town. The first guy you saw, you immediately handcuff him. So some guy starts shooting at you, and then you just murk like 2 or 3 unarmed civilians in the town. And so everyone else runs indoors and is like, Jesus Christ, the Americans are here. So, yeah.
Americans are
What
here.
about
Americans are
that?
here.
What about that
We
time
need
we
to
did
work
rockets
on
on?
a civvy dealing procedure, but I don't think the instant reaction to be to handcuff them and then leave them handcuffed in a field.
Handcuff them.
Well, I'll hand it over to Theron. I think we've got all the leadership on it, so.
Yeah, we're all here, so let's get this rolling. I think everybody did a pretty good job. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the high stakes of the mission, so props to Tully and the One Life deal. But we'll go through the AAR process, so let us know what you liked about the mission, how we did on the ground, executed things, how your unit did, how people liked it, all those things and more. We'll go ahead. We will start with the air assets. So Raider 1, go ahead.
I think it was a great mission. We had a lot to do. The terrain, I just love the Seal Afghan. Instead of the dull coasting around, you actually have to pay attention to what you're doing. And descending and ascending alone is really risky in H64. As soon as you like start to drop altitude, it really quickly turns into like vortex ring state and you die. So it's really, especially in a One Life mission, it's really nerve-wracking at times, but I think it was a lot of fun. We had a lot to do. Geki was good. We spotted a lot of things early.
Placed? Did that help nerf your thermal optics? There were
Sorry,
a lot
what?
of goats in that mission. I don't know if you noticed. There were like
Yes.
random goats just so that you'd think they're squads of infantry and stuff.
I hate you, Tolly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Other than that, I think it was great. It was great watching the convoy react to everything, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, thank you for the air support, but Insurgent, new tactics. Enemy goats.
Exactly.
Raider 2?
Well, we were only up for about half the mission, cause I accidentally crashed while trying to land refuel, but the little bit where we did get to do it, it was really cool, and I have a lot of appreciation for the helicopter pilots now, especially that was not fun to fly during that op. Other than that, I thought it went decently well, and yeah, I'm sorry, Queen.
No problem. Happens.
All right, Infidel.
Yeah, everything went really well. Mostly utilized radar as a recce element, and obviously convoy security. Had a couple good instances of good gun usage and a few instances of really good rocket usage. The only thing I would like to see a little more of is obviously when we are in those towns, utilizing the laser-guided Hellfires for precision strikes on infantry to help mitigate the splash damage and stuff like that can be caused by the vibration of the cannon and all that stuff when the 230 is going off. Stuff like that could be something we implement a little bit more of, but aside from that, it was excellent work. I know we discussed at the beginning a little bit of a comms issue that could have arose that never actually did, due to the fact that we mostly spent the time on the convoy net until we broke that down and shifted over to the command net and stuff like that. So thought comms were excellent for this operation. And all in all, just good communications from everybody, basically.
All right, great job. You're a huge help. All right, we'll move on to the other support acts that we got. Mustang, Kobo.
Yeah, it was an interesting mission. We had some contacts, difficulty within Mustang to communicate between each other. First we were in one vehicle and then we split off in two, and that didn't really improve the communications. Yeah, don't really have much to add to that. I was with Punisher 5 most of the time.
Yeah, excellent. And props to you for putting up with Kubo, so you deserve extra stars.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's I'm not the only one who has communication problems then with him.
Yeah, your comms were fine. It was kind of jarring and annoying every time Kubo was like, "Oh, does anybody need heals?"
Yeah,
and
well,
that's really not our SOP, which I know is not your fault, but
no, the main problem was that he was the entire ops on a different channel than the rest of us.
Yeah, which is a separate issue. Yeah.
Yep, we'll try and get him some teaching on that. All right, but thank you. Lastly, Punisher elements. So we'll just start with Punisher 3.
So pretty much comms were good. I was limited to a 4-man team. Really, there was no complaints. A lot of fun. We really liked the pace of the mission. It's actually kind of nice to not run.
How are your guys' casualties? Did you have any black casualties?
We had no black casualties.
All right, great.
I just like casualties. So.
Okay, moving up, Punisher 2, Atherton.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
As I've already mentioned to Tully, the op itself was really great. The scenario was good. The level of contact for what we were doing was appropriate, and everybody in my squad seemed to really enjoy the one life thing and the amount of stress and stakes it kind of brought into the whole thing. For the ground units, we definitely have some stuff we need to work on. Like the convoy speeds were all over the damn place, and you know, you can say as much as you want that we were fixed at a speed. We were not. Portions of the convoy were left in the dust quite frequently, and there wasn't a whole lot we could do to catch up. And when we did catch up, it's just hard to maintain that when we're doing variable speeds, and quite frankly, we were going too fast to really actually identify any potential IED threats on the road, and that ended up costing one of my guys their lives. So that was very frustrating to deal with, and when you're in the rear, you can't really do a whole lot to deal with it. So some of my guys felt like we could have used a little bit more action at the fob. You know, we had a very long, stressful, quiet op, and once things kind of got heated, the guys were ready to start, you know, shooting stuff. And so I think we could have extended it like 15 minutes and had a little bit more shooty, and our guys would have been pretty happy. But that's just kind of a thing we can do. Black mentioned something to me that was an interesting idea, and that's to establish a convoy catch-up speed from the start. So, like, you know, spacing will happen but having an established convoy catch-up speed will make sure that everybody trying to catch up will be staying at that same speed. So that would be something to kind of consider in the future. The driver positions for these kind of ops-lack engagement, they're kind of stuck in them. So it might be worthwhile to, in the design, add like a driver slot for each squad, just so that whoever slots into that spot knows exactly what they're in for, and if somebody wants to do that kind of thing, they can choose to, rather than just surprise somebody who just slotted up as like a rifleman or a grenadier that they're going to be stuck behind the wheel the entire for like 2 hours. Yeah, just it's a couple of weird things like the line at the base, leaving pretty much the entire platoon and convoy exposed out in the open was not good, and I think it was just because we had some Blue 4 AI just standing in the middle of the road. That was not a good. But otherwise, I mean, like, my guys had a great time, and I've never felt so upset to see somebody die in an op, so that was kind of a neat experience. So thanks for putting that.
Sorry, what was the problem back at base with the convoy?
Once we got to the base, whoever was first in stopped.
Oh,
and
yeah, sorry, that was because they were late. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant when we were leaving, like at the start.
Oh, no. I mean,
no, I'm tracking.
That was
fine. Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
What Keki said, there was an AI in the middle of the road.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I don't know, it's hard to deal with that, but it was definitely very scary. You know, at least call back that we need to do a herringbone or like clear the road or something, because we were all just kind of sitting ducks out there in the middle of a big firefight. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Thanks for putting that on. I had a really great time, and yeah.
All right, good feedback for the convoy speeds and catch-ups and stuff like that. So obviously the convoy is like a slinky, right? So the end can't follow the front until the front goes, and the Vic in front of that, and the Vic in front of that, and the Vic in front of that. So there isn't really a catch-up speed other than the overall convoy speed was about 30 kilometers per hour most of the time, but you are able to adjust your speed as needed to maintain your spaces. So one thing I noticed is that Viking 1 and Vix 1 and 2, they would fly off, and then Viking 3 and the third Vic would kind of fall and lag behind. So if there was a disconnect there, the people on that Vic should have sped up so that everybody else behind them could then catch up to the first and second Vic. And that's just how you deal with it, and everybody just has to be on the same page of that. There's no catch-up convoy speed. It's just your speed is maintain your spacing of 50 meters to 100 meters at all time and adjust speed as necessary. And you can speed up over 30 as needed to catch up and close that distance if you're too far away. And vice versa, you can slow down if you're getting too close. Does that help address that at all, or?
Yeah, I just, you know, it's going to just be a lot more making sure that your drivers are actually following the right speed then, because that was not 30 for the bulk of that.
I was in the second Vic, and the drivers were always at about 30 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, there was some disconnect somewhere in the middle. I don't know exactly where or who. But there was some disconnect. Somebody.
That would be my
I don't
driver.
even know it. Somebody. It probably very likely was your driver. Yes. And yeah, it was going wildly from 15 kilometers an hour to 50 kilometers an hour. To a point at one point, because I was right behind him, I legitimately thought that I lost the convoy somehow, because I had to speed up, you know, to 50, 60 kilometers an hour for probably like close to a kilometer, without even seeing the Vic in front of me again. So yeah, that it was certainly an issue, but I don't think it was anybody here's fault. All right.
At the I was in the first Vic, and at the start of the op we were driving 25, like precisely 25 at the speed limiter on, because of the every rock looking like an IED thing. And for the second half, when I took over the driver, we drove a steady 32 with the speed limiter on, until the very end, and we pushed to the last town, and then we just floored it. Then Farron called up to push for the FOB.
Yeah, we pretty much had the same problem in 3.
Yeah, good feedback. Everybody will just get more used to it the more we do convoy ops.
It's Phantom intersection thingy. It's actually a thing in real life, so.
For the most part, I think we did a good job of maintaining the convoy in generally one area. And everybody also did a great job of calling out the first turn in the first Vic and the last turn in the last Vic. So we had pretty good cohesion overall.
Yeah, I guess one last thing I'd like to kind of add on to that is just because people aren't aware of it, be mindful when you're using your speed limiter. There's a function in Ace using Control Scroll Wheel that you can adjust it incrementally up and down, so you don't need to just like, you know, try and like hit a speed. You can use that to very conveniently step on the gas and step off the gas, and it makes the speed limiter like 10 times more useful. So if that was ever an issue, that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you're ever having difficulties hitting one speed or another.
That was an RVIC, actually. That's useful to know.
All right, good feedback. Let's move on. Punisher 1.
Yeah, it went pretty okay. We lost one guy, unfortunately, and one guy to a disconnect. At the start with the first down, I lost my cool because I couldn't get people to move up because we were running into a known hostile area and I just did not have enough infantry up front. After that it went pretty okay. We got bogged down with casualties a few times. Yeah, that's basically it. Comps good, by the way.
Yeah, and good job. You definitely had the hardest job being in the front. When we do take contact and we have casualties, like it's just all I was trying to emphasize is if you guys stop, everybody stops, and then we're in a dangerous, tenuous position and very vulnerable. So you just got to grab those casualties, get them in the Vic, or funnel them back to Mustang, and pick up and go. And even if you, just for future stuff, like if you didn't have enough people who are green who could walk as an escort, just get in the Vic and just have a driver and a gunner, and that you have to make do. So those are just the types of calls that you have to make as the SL. But like I said, you had by far the hardest job, and it's much appreciated.
I was trying to get people to move up, and then I got shot, and
User
people were
disconnected
telling me
from
someone
your
else
channel.
told them to stick near the vehicle, and whoever did that needs to not do that.
Yeah, so...
Go ahead, Witzel, it's your turn.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually one of the points I wanted to bring up. I was the one telling, on all cases, to get in the Vic because that's where we had Mustang. And one, I don't need Mustang running around at the front of the convoy. And two, if somebody's so bad that they need Mustang, they don't have any business being up at the front of the convoy either. And that was the shit that was like holding us up so frequently. It was people insisting on not just getting in the Vic and getting treated. And now we have to have Mustang trying to run all over it and find where these people are. So like that's the thing. If we're particularly in a convoy situation and we have a medical vehicle, people just need to hop in and get treated, and we will get you back to where you need to go. But having this crap of trying to have Mustang run around everywhere to find you is a non-tenable situation, and it, you know, there were 2 or 3 times there where we had the whole convoy stop for several minutes to deal with that because people were refusing to mount the medical Vic for some reason. And that needs to not be a thing, right? Somebody else can replace you on gunner if that's the case. That's fine, but that needs to not be a thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing though. I had my second fire team. They were escorting a vehicle. I told them to move up, and they couldn't. Someone else told them to stick with the vehicle.
All right. Anything else, Witzel?
Yeah. We already kind of covered the speed issues. You know, as I don't think there's necessarily anybody here's fault, but we should try doing that better in the future. As far as comms, I did think comms were a little bit cluttery at times, just with 15 between Mustang for reasons already gone over, and as well as just a touchback on having the platoon short range net. Right, like Infidel is like an attached asset to the platoon, and like the platoon net is meant for communications between primarily the 6 and the squad leads, right? And there were quite a few times where there was some stepping on one another in a pretty slow operation, right? There wasn't a ton of overwhelming comms there, but even with that, we already had quite a bit of like somebody trying to call something out, and there was stepping, right, on one another because there was stuff that didn't belong on that channel. And so I just bring it up again that like that's what that short range net is for, so that 5 and 6, if we had a 7 and any attached platoon elements, such as an infidel or an FO or what have you, can communicate amongst themselves. That's about it for me.
All right, a lot of good points. Most people have already hit all the highlights, but I honestly thought that was a great op. As far as I know, we completed the mission until he correct me if we're wrong. But that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the high stakes. I think people performed pretty well, so thank you all for coming. But yeah, just the momentum things. You have casualties. It's your job as the SL to pick those people up, get them in the Vic. You got to get moving because movement is life in those situations, and it's something we could all do better at. And then getting really down to granular to the FTL level. One thing I didn't hear a lot of was like firing commands and things like that. Like we took contact at 1 or 2 points, ambushes, things like that. I didn't feel like we were really returning fire as well as we could have to try and win those firefights and win fire superiority. So SLs, FTLs, things like that. Just keeping that kind of thing in mind for next time with firing commands. So we could just win those firefights even if you don't see where the enemy is. You need to be turning fire in that direction and suppress and all those good things. So some little basic things, but overall, good stuff. Thanks for everybody's feedback. Hope you had fun. I think this is a good start to this campaign, so hope to see you at the next one. With that, dismissed, and I linked earlier the AAR link.
One more thing.
Sure.
And I guess this is more for Tully, but if somebody crashes out, like completely out of their control, we should probably look at finding a way to let them back in discreetly.
There's a line, but yeah, we'll see if we can be accommodating.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the late joining thing, totally understandable. Like, you know the time, you know what you're gonna do, you know like what happens. But if somebody's there and ready to go and then they crash out because Arma being Arma, like we shouldn't punish them for that.
Yeah, we were talking. I was talking with Victor just before everyone else hopped. So, Theron, is that everything? Do you have any closing comments before I just start talking about this stuff?
You're good. Take it away.
Yeah. So, anyone that wants to go, you can go. Obviously, Metarex to Theron. But yeah, I was just going to say, maybe in future ops we'll do something like an hour in and then 2 hours in. There'll be like reinserts. But personally, I'm really against teleporting people to the AO, and same deal with people just like, you know, driving a Vic on their own to the AO. So I'd be fine with having like AI or Alpha Company fly them out or something like that. And since that wasn't available in this op, I think even if you disconnect, it's just unlucky and, you know, next op, or you can spectate. But they should obviously get credit for the op though, I think is reasonable.
Okay, I will get him on there then.
But yeah, other than that, I think you know, in ops where it makes sense, we'll do it. But for this one, where it was just like a convoy running up through, where we didn't even have transport rotary, I don't think there was much room for reinserts.
Heard. Cool. That's pretty much all I had. My boy
Cool.
Schmidt was pretty salty.
I would really like to see the videos that I think Katsu, Blackburn, you guys got on. I'm sure Black did as well.
I got one.
Nice. But yeah, I'd really like to see. And again, like, please be honest.